Look at your Marcus cleaning this crap up, people. Tut's here. Today's episode, we're gonna take the dogs, the pups, the females, to get their second progesterone test. It was at 0.01. Hunter's in the attic. Getting some. Hey man, get off my bed with your nasty hair.
Tut. Come here, man.
These dogs, man, that's the only bad part about a capable dog. They just run and jump on all kinds of stuff. You know, some people have to like encourage the dogs to like walk upstairs, do all this crazy stuff. These jokers, they are not them. Stay tuned. We got Maya, we got Zara. Want to get their progesterone test.
Let's go.
Let me go back in there, brother.
Want to go room, bro? Want to go room?
Baby don't even need her right now. He just want to be out. Hey, no. Watch. I'll show you guys. When you go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. If you're not going to the bathroom, you're going back up. No. Back in the cage. Yeah. You're not going to the bathroom, brother. You don't get to do what you want to do. Now ain't the time. We got my people going to get her second progesterone test. Technically, she shouldn't have to get one until about Wednesday, if my numbers is correct. We gotta pick up Zara. Left. We got two major breeders playing. Set us up for the next setup. At Josie Pet Ranch, people, they have an open door policy. And what that means is once the doctors do an exam on your female, we basically pull up. They run their machine 3 times a day, as far as progesterone tests are concerned. And then they'll call you with the results, let you know what's going on. They do a good job of saying, hey, what day, these are the days the dog needs to be bred under. And there's been a few times where I was like, man, maybe they was wrong because the dog didn't get pregnant, but they've been right 99.9% of the time. And Maya's a dog who I said before is gonna cause us some problems. And she did. She did. So stay tuned, take care of your dogs. I'll show you this bill afterwards. Zara's a dominant female. I don't know what she's doing. Poor Maya. That is a girl, Zara. Yeah, that is a girl, Zara. Leave that dog alone. That's $186, B. See that right there? It's $186. 2 progesterone tests, $93. There's a place that my buddy Chris uses. Shout out to Chris Moore. They charge about $38. But when you gotta drive to where they at, it's like it's kind of the same distance. Sheesh. Yeah. So stay tuned. I'll be breaking this stuff down. Why progesterone tests are important, what the numbers that we're looking for. Today they'll call us and give us an idea of where the numbers are at. I'll record that conversation now that I have 2 phones. When they call, so you could see, okay? Because realistically, Zara we might have to leave town tomorrow. So what'll happen is, just to be clear, I'll take Zara, bring her bright and early, like 8 o'clock in the morning, get a progesterone test if her numbers are starting to peak. If the numbers are where they need to be, they'll say, hey, she needs to be bred Wednesday and Friday. Tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah, they'll say Wednesday and they say skip a day, and Friday she needs to be bred because her numbers will go up. Which means I have to take, can't see, so I already need to be on the road, on the head of that way. But depending on what today's numbers are, I'll do another progesterone test. It's another $93, and then roll out. Maya's numbers probably are still gonna be low, which means her numbers will start peaking probably on Tuesday, and then she'll probably need to be bred Thursday. Let me see, Thursday through Saturday. But that's still another $93 for those tests. I'm superstitious in this way where it's like, hey, if we started here, we need to finish here. So we gotta see this one through this process, and I'll probably create a new process as we get into our next set of females. Eventually, we'll buy our own machine and do the majority of the test ourselves as far as the progesterone test is concerned. Stay tuned, take care of your dogs, people. We showed you guys the bill and what that looks like. And I tell you, it doesn't get any cheaper. This part right here is nothing to do with what I'm about to put down. But let's say I've got Maya and Zara, people. Zara is our line of health. Maya, she's got some size to her. I've made her healthy as she can be, and she has breathing issues. So when you look at basically minimizing the issues, so look, Zara's got good health. She's smart. She has drive. And let me see what else. She's just a great dog. I got her during COVID, so she's a little tumultuous at times, but that's just because she didn't get the desensitizing that was necessary. But Maya's got this right here, which I learned she didn't pass on. So am I looking for size when we bring the pups out of this litter? No. And size for me is not like, oh, I want a big massive dog. I like for them to look like their mother or their father. And in this case, a lot of the dogs took on hot shots look, which is fine, which is kind of the goal. I was hoping for that. And then she's not the healthiest. So now we got a dog that's not super healthy. Now, has Maya had any issues that have cost me 2 arms and 3 legs? No, she's not. But then you go, okay, she doesn't have great breathing either. I know my phone was ringing. So now we've got, she didn't pass on her size. She's not the healthiest dog, and she doesn't have the best breathing. So we have 3 things that I got to work through and solve. Oh, and she's Easty, Westy. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things that I'm not liking that Maya has. And I figured she would have all the issues that I imagined, because she was the only dog in her litter that was blue, which means she took on all recessive traits. Now this could be a good thing and a bad thing, but a bad thing in this case, because the way she was bred, respectfully, was not for health. It was for doing the breeding and getting some pups out there and building the kennel out. Not in regard to the dog's quality of life or the opportunity to better the breed. So, you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems that I have to work through. Now, this problem I've learned from her first breeding, she didn't pass along. Both Flex and Nala don't have EC-Westy, which means her problem was not congenital, it was conditional. If you use a crate that has the squares at the bottom, we have one right outside this door, and the pups stay in there too long, their hands, feet, paws will swell up, and you will turn around, they will make adjustments. If a dog gets too heavy, it will turn out its feet to help support their body. Size-wise, Maya's about 18 inches, I believe. She's 85 pounds when she's super healthy. She has some, what we call thick bone, which means nothing in my opinion, because, you know, bone can get difficult to move if it gets too big, you know. So she didn't pass on her structure, which is a good and bad thing. Health-wise, the number one thing is her breathing, and she's not intelligent. So I'm showing you this here because if we have 3 things, if we have over 3 things to fix, we run into problems, people. And there's quite a bit here to fix. Now, the beauty about it is her 2 kids, no breathing problems. Her 2 kids, no health issues so far. The one health issue is Nala's was born with a hooded vulva, and you have to do you can do a surgery, but it can increase the risk of what do you call it?
Pyometria?
Potentially pyometria, but realistically UTIs. So you have to keep it clean. Her size, she didn't pass along. Her height, she didn't pass along. None of her dogs have recessive traits, and all the dogs in the litter, unfortunately, there were 6 total the first time. 4 had cleft palates and cleft lips, and she's on a good diet. Now let's look at Zara. I actually have to tone this thing down right here, so you take her to balance her out. So you got health and smart. We've got 3 things that we're looking for, and realistically, no issues outside of the fact. Let me let this dude out. So he's either got to use the bathroom, and if he does, he's going right back up. You got to go to the bathroom, go. I'm going to do a crate series today. You let the dog come out, do his business. If you gotta go to the bathroom, go. You going back up? Go in the cage. Go in the cage. Go. Go. You're not coming out, bro. You got to get them into a routine, people. I'll do a series in a second on the do's and don'ts of crate training. But he's kept me up most of the night. Had to keep coming out using the bathroom. Point is you don't want to be breeding out 5 problems. That's the truth. You want to work with around 3 and be able to build up and down on that. So when you look at Zara has XL and standard in her basically in what she could come. So I could breed her up or down and she would correct a lot of problems. So what I do, took it to a pocket. We got Bam Bam, who's special. Then you turn around, I took it to an XL or a standard, and all of her pups are over 20, at least 20 inches at the shoulder, because the boys fed into her XL genetics. So Ego's huge. You know, he's a big old boy. So you're like, okay, really played into the XL genes, so she gave him some good size. Then you turn around, she's going to an XL. Huge. They're going to be not huge because of the weight, but just structurally speaking, compact, the muscle I'm be able to work with. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing, especially if we get the right set of females out of this thing. So at any hoot, you want 3 problems, not 5. 3 you can manage, 5 too much. And Maya, Lord, she's got all kinds of issues. But she's still a great dog, and because we have to work with what we have and, you know, do what we can with what we have, I was still able to make her do some magic, people. Like the stuff I was able to get Maya to do, especially when I had her dialed in, it's bar none. It's bar none. And I love a good challenge, and not to make my life difficult, but just an opportunity to see, like, what can really be done with this dog. Is there an opportunity here to, like, learn from this dog and be better because of this dog? And there is. And so we're still working with Maya. This is her last breeding. We're 1 for 2. 2 times she didn't get pregnant. 1 time she did. And hopefully we're hoping she takes this time. So we're going to do a surgical and an AI just to try to make sure that we're sure. $93, I believe, is what that thing said for progesterone tests. I'll break that down in the next episode. Hello?
Hey, this is Laura over at Children's Pet Hospital.
How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Just letting you know we got Zara and Maya's progesterone results back. Zara is at a 4.6. Maya is at a 1.6. We want to recheck both on Wednesday with the probability of driving to the stud for Zara on Wednesday as well.
Okay, as projected. So Maya get rechecked on Wednesday, Zara get rechecked on Wednesday. Maya's at a 1.6 and Zara's at a 4.
4.6, yes sir.
4.6. Okay, Wednesday, okay. All right, thank you so much.
Yes sir, good afternoon.
All right, bye-bye. Your heart races a little bit faster. All right, let me check my watch, because this would be a real thing. My beats are right now at 85. Let's see what the current beat is. Because your heart skips a little bit of beat, I'll let you guys know. Oh, it's at 89. It went up a little bit, but I stopped breathing because you go. It's 8 hours, and I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not prepared to do that. Not at this moment in time. I'm pretty tired. But Wednesday, that means we've got 4.6. She'll go up to a 5, which means I'll probably test her Tuesday night and leave Wednesday morning, or leave Wednesday morning after I go and do the test and head straight to Jeff City, which is 9 hours away. Stay tuned, people. This is going to get interesting.